Rachel. I live in this giant yellow van with my family, my husband, my 3-year-old daughter, and our little dog Rocket. And welcome to my van. This is a new addition, our awning. Super stoked about it. And will be an absolute lifesaver to be able to have everybody out here and double our living space during the summer. So very exciting. Also, anywhere we're near water, which is like all of the time, the bugs are really intense. So the whole screened room thing is gonna be a game changer. So come on in. Welcome to my kitchen. We have full L-shaped counter space here. This actually flips up and becomes 3-burner stove top, and we have the grill down here. And this comes down, we have a full oven here, which is such a game changer when it comes to cooking healthy food in the van for an entire family. And then this kind of doubles as a doggy door to keep our dog in from jumping out of the van. And then we've got ridiculous amounts of herbs. Some Palo Santo for, you know, when you're after the pooper. And then we've got all our pots and pans and more herbs. Lots of storage. And our little hook and eyes that actually work really well for us, so it doesn't have to be too complicated. We've got trash, cleaning supplies, and we have like a 40-pound propane tank under that in that corner that makes this oven work. Then the stove. Yeah. And then we've got the giant kitchen sink, which actually can fit a tiny human or a dog to be bathed in. Great. The cutting board is removable. We can move it all over, actually. I cut outside at the lake the other day. Did all the veggie cuttings by the lake. So we have 30-gallon clean water over the wheel well in the back. And then underneath this sink on the bottom of the van, we have a 16-gallon gray water tank. We've had several leaks in the van, and it's always a fun experience to try to figure out why we have leaks in the van. So, yeah, I've got more herbs hung up here. I'm kind of an herb lady, if you couldn't tell. The basket for all of the farmers markets that we're trying to hit up. And then this is our daughter's bed, and she loves it up there because she can just climb up onto the counter and into her bed, and then she, you know, does a whoosh, and she likes having her own private space. And then this, we can clip it nice and tight, and it also blocks the sun, keeps the van cool, but it also becomes our movie projector screen at night. So that's always nice. And then if you want to come in here, I can show you my pantry. So we've got this guy. It's always amazing what you can find for free off Facebook Marketplace, which is our pantry. A lot of storage in there, keeps most of our dry goods. And then down there we keep doggies' food bowls and food and that stuff. Currently we had a popcorn spill from the pantry the other day because this wasn't secured as we were going up a 26% grade mountain and had a lot of popcorn everywhere. And then down here we have our shoe cubby, which fits the majority of our shoes actually. And then this guy pops up when we want to do any outdoor cooking or anything like that. So that's always nice. A little extra table space. We've got these little storage cups that houses all of our essential items, and we've got our herbs for cooking and all of our little magnetic strips. I'm not gonna lie, we have had some knives fly off of that, which is slightly terrifying when we're driving in the front seats. So, you know, I'm like, okay, may have to find a different solution. We've got the currently out of paper towels and toilet paper, so both of those need to be restocked. But we have that ratcheting, that's not the word. The paper towel holder that doesn't unravel. Whatever. But it works. Called. It does. It's really great, actually. So all of our kitchen stuff, plates. Yeah, these actually I tried the other day. You can put them directly on the stove and like heat stuff up, which is really nice. I don't have to make more dishes. But you know, warning, it gets really hot. On this end, we've got the house plants and the little altar that we've, you know, Matt carried that down from the top of a mountain the other day. This like really super pretty quartz. And then I've got my plants, and anyone that's wondering, you know, if these glass things slide everywhere, I use alien tape, and that stuff actually keeps my plants and my paintings on the wall, and that is always helpful. Definitely. So we've got 2 fans in the van, which is great. I installed, when I first was building the van, I installed 2 fans that only did the air going in and not the outflow, which was a problem because I needed from the exhaust from the stove and bathroom and everything. And then if you have one that goes in and one that goes out with like the windows open, it almost creates like a full house fan effect and like really moves the air around, which is nice. And then here we've got our little Berkey water filter. It filters all of our water in the van, so even if we're not filling up at such a super clean water source, at least we have super clean water. And then our fridge pretty much holds everything that we need it to hold. And then we have a freezer up here. I will open it, but there are berries everywhere that melted. So, you know, it's fine. It's fine. No big deal. You know, when you run out of power and your berries melt, that's what happens. Then I do have like a hanging closet with a mirror that, you know, does the job. And behind it, we do have like a 4-gallon hot water heater tank back here too. So that is great. Everything hidden in good spaces. Yes. Everything needs a home in the van, or else it just doesn't work. And then also the van gets like really dirty really fast if just 2 things are out of place. We've got this is our little swivel table. I think I can get it by you. Yeah. And, nope, Berkey. Like this. And this can come over this way, kind of become 360 cooking space, as well as if we bring it in here, becomes our dining table, and our whole family can sit around. This that is our little ottoman. Goes over here for our daughter's booster seat, and then she's tall enough to eat with everybody. Be all included. Everybody's included. And then when we're done with it, it's really tight right now. There we go. I kind of just slide it back over here, or we just take it off and like it gets stored back behind the cushion. And then this toilet usually lives underneath the couch, but it doesn't right now because I added wheels to the bottom, and then it made it too tall. So all the things that like you're constantly changing and fixing in the van, it's good because you're evolving and like making things work better, but then you have to change other things to like make them work. So this usually lives under the van, but it also comes over here at night. You can turn it around so you can use it at night too, but then my daughter uses it to climb up into her bed. So then it becomes the nighttime step stool. Or you can like move it over here to have it become an extra seat in the van, which works as well.
And it's a compost toilet.
And it's a compost toilet. It acts as many things, which I made and also needs some improvements.
It's
but
fine.
I made my own compost toilet, so really, you know, all the things. My husband has some experience in building, and I have almost zero. So I learned how to use a lot of power tools on this build, which is great. But you can definitely do this without a lot of experience and knowledge, which is, you know, kind of encouraging.
To say that you guys made mistakes would definitely be an accurate statement.
Definitely an accurate statement. Yeah, for sure. And then if we want to use this is a shower cabinet that is yet to be used because we had the leaks in the van and now it's been fixed. So with the next leg of the journey, like we shall have a shower. So there we go. So how this works, we've got the shower pan in the floor that we built the floor up to. Oh yeah, and then I do also store things in this shower cabinet. Like, important shower things. Also a rug, which you may want to have if you are a van dweller, because when it gets really cold, the floor is like ridiculously cold. And so when you're getting up in the morning, it's really nice to have some sort of rug if you are still dealing with the cold months of living in a van. So, you know, we all know that like when you're living in a van, everything goes where it can, and then you have to move all of the things around in order to make it work. But then this pulls out and becomes like the full shower cabinet. And since we had the leak in the van, and I've also been pretty lazy in the finishing department, that bottom still needs to be caulked.
It's fine.
So, but it is functional because this shower curtain comes down and fills the inside, and then you can just step in.
Yours is one of the few tours that I've seen where you were like, a regular bathroom always being there, permanently taking space when you only use it a couple of times a day. Yeah. You know, that was just no, it doesn't always need to be there. Yeah, no, it's not. So it also is so functional for so many different things that like, bye! And then so this, we have a hose that goes underneath the sink. And it comes out here and we can connect it up through here. And up into the ceiling, so we can just kind of use the hose we only have a 30-gallon water tank, so, you know, they're very short showers. But it's always nice at the end of the day to do that. Ta-da! Alright. I'm back. So, to the back of the van. The other side of my home. So we do have this couch that underneath here, back here, we do have our water tank. And then under here we store things like our water pump that makes our water come out of our faucet. And then our things like juicer, and we have an Instapot and a blender down there. So like a lot of things fit down here. And then down here we have our dog Rocket's little cubby hole, and it's actually like a very large space down here. So like it doesn't seem like a lot of space, but it really is. It's the whole like width of this couch. So and then down here is where the toilet usually lives. as well as Matt's walking stick currently. And then I have a bunch of just storage down in here, like toilet paper and almond milk and, you know, that type of stuff. Here is like a little bathroom cubby hole. We've got like toilet paper and items to light the Palo Santo for the stinkies. Pillows, things to make it homey in here. It's always nice to just kind of like sit, have a hangout. And then up here we have our bathroom cabinet. Our daughter just spent the week with grandma, so all of her clothes are currently in there. But I'll show you what like our packing cube situation looks like. So we store all of our clothes in these packing cubes, which works really well. My packing cubes are in that one, and I get a cubby and a closet. Everybody else gets a cubby. And then our pillows actually aren't just pillows. We store things like sweaters and like really bulky items in them. So they act as several purposes. And then this is our bed. It's so it is a short queen. When we move, we have this guy that is currently like the back of our second couch area. It's nice to just sit up here and chill, so there's different sections of the van that everybody can hang out in. But when we want to sleep, this comes down here, and then we have like a mattress topper that folds over, and then our sheets on top, and makes it essentially like a full-size queen, but it's just a little bit shorter. So, which is nice. And then we've got all of our, you know, essential items up here. It's kind of like a little nightstand over there for me. We've got all of our books. We all have little curtains that we can create our own space, which is really nice. And then Everest has a lot of books stored down here, little nooks and crannies for all of the things. And we installed 2 of these windows back here. There were no windows in the van. Currently it's supposed to be ridiculously hot today, so I have my little Reflectix over it to try to keep some heat out today. So yeah. Are there any other cool things to show you? So these guys, they glow in the dark as they're the little glow stars. And then we do have, here I'll like sneak by you.
Okay.
We have this control panel over here. We have like full lights in the ceiling, so it can get pretty bright in here. And then, you know, we do have one, like that's our water pump, and then we do have a couple of lights outside as well. That can be either security lights or just...
Yep, and then the carbon monoxide alarm.
We have the carbon monoxide alarm. We do have a propane detector right next to the propane tank, as well as like a little outlet to let any propane out if it does escape. And then in the back we have solar on the roof. I couldn't, you know, do the solar calcs for you. That's not my job. But we do have 3 batteries and a solar on the roof, and the inverter that helps us power all of like the fridge and everything.
Want to take everyone to the back? To your garage?
Sure. It's actually like not a total mess right now. Okay. So, welcome to the back of my van. We do have this beautiful hitch that sometimes carries firewood, but don't light any fires right now. It's a red flag warning. Be fire conscious. But we do carry like a pellet fire pit, which is actually great, where you can still have a fire using pellets, and that's awesome. So, good. So our inverter fans stopped spinning, so it was getting very hot. So we installed a little fan back here, and it actually seemed to have solved all our problems. But we carry a bunch of tools, like an outdoor mat, yoga mats.
More Reflectix.
More Reflectix, those are for the front windows. Make sure Everest is nice and protected up there. We have a lot of games. And pump for the floaty. We have an inflatable kayak back here. Maps, art supplies, herbalism books. Oh, the Mancala beads are about to escape from the drawers. Ooh, my travel straw. I was actually looking for that. Alright. So yeah, not super complicated, but holds all the stuff. We can actually plug in to a house or wherever and charge our battery if it's overcast, which does happen more than I like. But this is where we get to all of the cool places. You know,
Got the kiddo seat.
kid seat. We have our backup camera, which is there. Monitor, you know. Usually this area is filled with snacks.
And then this guy goes up.
And then this guy ratchets to the ceiling up here and just is high above our heads. So we have plenty of head clearance while we're sitting, which is great. A little trash imperative when you're driving. So, yeah. That's about... Oh, also, if you're traveling in a van, always have a fire extinguisher. We had to use our last one as we lit all 4 brakes on fire coming down a mountain in Georgia. So, safety. Always have a fire extinguisher. Never thought I'd need it until I did. So. And then this guy is just attached via magnets to the van, so keeps it pretty secure. Sandbags are on the way. But love this thing. I'm stoked because it actually has an LED light at the top too. So look at us light. It's dark outside. Oh, you know what we didn't do?
What didn't we do?
Because my doors were open. Look what I added.
What did you add? Ooh. Obviously, now you're gonna have to put stickers everywhere.
Yeah, but this is from everywhere we traveled on our 10,000 mile journey from the Pacific coast to
Yeah.
from
Nice.
east to west, or west to east, and then up and back. So not everywhere, but
But there's still more stickers to come.
yes, it was kind of just the first journey that we decided that we needed to document. So this side will have way more to come in the future.
Want to do your little outro?
Outro?
Yeah.
Like, what is
Like,
that?
be like... I am the camera woman, Lana. Thanks for joining me and Rachel for a tour of her van.
Yeah.
And there will be plenty more journeys to come.
Yeah, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, you know, the ever-loving plug of that thing, I am Life Warrior Living, and follow our journeys of all of the beauty and hecticness of traveling with a toddler and a doggy, and elderly doggy, but also he's so awesome. With a lot of learning lessons in this van in the last 3 months. So we've been full-time for 3 months, which I feel like is a good start, that we've figured out what works and what doesn't work, and slowly rearranging things. And you know,
Exactly. And to stay tuned, eventually her and my cousin Matt will be building a log cabin.
Yeah, end of summer. Stay
yes. tuned. All right, so until next time.